Historical Reconstruction of Aryan X. Episode 4. What are the Scythian-Aryans? In Episode 3, Ural-Altai, we discussed that the Spanish word for church is cathedral. We explained that kate meant ka-teo, ka-tung, the land of the Scythians, and dral meant the land of Al or Ral. This Al-Ral was called Ari, and the people who lived there were called Aryans. These are the very Scythian-Aryans who appear countless times in history. But how is it that the meaning of cathedral, a word from the Spanish language spoken some away from Central Asia, is Scythian-Aryan? It has been said that before the emergence of the United Nations, UN, in the early 1900s, the entire world shared one common history. That history was of the Scythian-Aryans. Today, however, the truth that all races of the world were one has been demolished and fabricated. The world has been torn into more than 200 countries, concealing the fact that the people of the ancient world were blood-related brethren who shared a single history. Now, we will begin to prove with great shock that the entire world was once one history of blood-related brethren. First, let's start with a light-hearted anecdote. Among the Celtic nations in Europe are Scotland and Ireland. They too are another symbol of this episode's subject, the Scythian-Aryans. This is because the Scot in Scotland is the very same Scythi, Keto, or Kateo of the Scythians. And the Ire in Ireland is the very same Ari, Al, or Ral of the Aryans. The true identity of these Celts is fully revealed in the latter half of this series, so I urge you to confirm the true history of your own nations, which will come as a great shock. The secrets of all world history are in the hands of Aryan X. So then, which modern-day nation were the protagonists, the Al, Ral, Scythian-Aryans of Central Asia? The meaning of Scythian. First, let's examine the context of what Scythian means. Sogd, Sakata, Scythian, and Syekta, appearing in history, all mean Sak-da, the bright land. The Shakya from Shakyamuni Buddha, the origin of Buddhism, and Buddha both mean Sak-da, Bhakta, which signifies bright. Buddha, the origin of Buddhism, means luminous and bright. The Scot in Scotland and the Catter in Catalonia, Spain, all mean bright land. This bright is also called Bul, fire. There is a country today that pronounces fire as Bul. And this word, Bul, fire, is cited in numerous country and place names, such as Bulgaria, France's old name, Bulinseo, Bactria, Volgograd, and the Volga River. The Bul in Bulgaria, the Bal in the Baltic states, the Bak in Bactria, the Ba in Warsaw, and the Be in Belgrade all share the same meaning of bright. This bright meaning of Bul or Bal is also pronounced as ki, ka, ke, ko, ku from Scythian, giving rise to place names like Kos, Kesi, Kyrgyz, Khotan, Kara, and Cusco. This is also the linguistic secret behind the birth of country and place names, like Kenya's Ke in Africa, Cairo's Kai in Egypt, and Costa Rica's Kos and Marrakesh's Kesi in Morocco. Words for races derived from this Scythian ki, ka, ke, ko, ku are also commonly transformed into phonetic forms like kr or gr, such as the Gru of Georgia, the Gri of Greece, the Crow of Croatia, the Gali of Galicia, the Cossack of Cossack, the Gart of Stuttgart, and the Grad of Volgograd. From where do all these names originate? They originate from the bright land, the bright place. The bright land. The mere sound of that phrase is heart-stirring. The original protagonist of the name Bright Land is Vairocana Buddha from the history of Buddhism. The one who achieved this bright land is the Buddha, Bhuta. And the place where this Buddha, the bright land, resided was the mystical land of Al-Ral in Central Asia. The Scythian-Aryan people who were in the center of Central Asia spread to the four corners of the globe. As they migrated, the names they were called changed slightly to different sounds, like Gru, Gri, Gari, Crow, Gali, Cossack, Grad, but in essence they were all brethren of the same entity with the same bloodline. So, what was the original name for the native people who were at the very center in Central Asia? Let us embark on a journey to find that answer, and in doing so, we will reveal the identity of the people who lived in Central Asia, the cradle of humanity. What is the Cathay Scythian? In the secret history of the Mongols and the Jami al-Tawarik, it is called Katai. Citing the Wikipedia entry for the Khotan people, the Gayron were a mixed Mongolic and Tungisic people who appeared and lived in the Sera-Murin River basin of Inner Mongolia from the mid-5th century, and their Chinese pronunciation is Kitai. However, considering the language, customs, official systems, and place names of this Cathay, Katai or Cathay was pronounced as Karai, Karai, Ka-uli, that is, the Kori of Korea. Even today in Central Asia, Koreans are called Karai or Kareski. The protagonists of the Scythian-Aryan saga you have been curious about, the Scythians, were none other than the Koreans. However, present-day Korea is located 30,000 li distance east of Central Asia. I will explain this geographical issue slowly. The historical Gayron are called Cathay Scythians, and when one thinks of Cathay or Katai, the mythical protagonist of ancient history, the Scythians, comes to mind. There must be some linguistic secret as to why they are called Cathay or Katai instead of Scythian. Katai is also pronounced as Khatan. The 7 Central Asian nations, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, all end with the suffix stan, and we have said that tan means land. The country that still uses this tan and tung in its language is Korea. The people who lived in the all-Ral land of Central Asia were called Ari, or the people of Ari, the Aryans. In the history of India, located in present-day South Asia, it is clearly stated that the Aryans who were to their north ruled over them. This means the Aryans were located in Central Asia, north of present-day India. However, the information on Wikipedia is strange. I quote, "The English term for China, Cathay, the Russian word for China, Kitai, Kitai, and the Mongolian word for China, Khatad, Khatad, all originate from Gayron. It is presumed that the name the Khotan people used to refer to themselves was Khatan. Scythian is referred to as Katai, which is said to be China. But this is strange. The China of today, which presents itself as the center of the world, does not use any of the words like ki, ka, ke, ge, tan, tung, Scythian, or Aryan at all. This means that the actual China of history was not the current China. We will clear up this matter neatly in the next episode, episode 5. You will be in for a great shock. The river that flows through Seoul, the capital of modern Korea, is called the Hangang, Hangang. The name of this Hangang is Ari from the all-Ral of Central Asia. The Hangang is also called Arisu, so if you visit Korea, you will see that the water they drink is called Arisu. Furthermore, each region in Korea has songs that contain the characteristics of that region, and they are all called Arirang. The identity of the protagonists of Central Asia, the all-Ral, was Korean, and a distinct feature of their history is that all their foundation myths involve being born from an egg, all. We will unveil their secrets of their history in the future. Now then, in the next episode, episode 5, we will reveal the identity of the protagonists of Hanja, that is, the true creators of the characters used in China, Japan, Korea, and Taiwan. We will boldly shatter all your common sense. I sincerely hope that you'll contact many people and join us in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The subtitles can be translated into the language of each country, so please make use of this feature. If there are any issues, please let us know in the comments or via Google Mail. Our Google Mail address is aryanrealhistory@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel is Historical Reconstruction of Aryan X, or History Restoration of Aryan X. Your subscriptions and likes are a testament to your conscience and passion for the truth, so please do not forget them.